My name is Tracy Harrison. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions. Thank you all so much for joining us this afternoon for our virtual session for Junior Visit Day. We have a lot of great information to share with you all. Just a few housekeeping things. Please stay muted if you are not speaking. That way background noise does not interrupt. And then at any time during the presentation, if you have questions, feel free to type them over into the chat and we will get to your questions throughout the presentation, and there'll also be time at the end for questions as well. But I'm happy to introduce our college president, Dr. John Wells.
Well, thank you very much, Tracy, and welcome to everyone. And we're very happy that you're here. And you know, it's so important to begin making this decision early and weighing out all of your options. You know, the thing about Emory and Henry is this: even though it is a choice to be made, we offer an opportunity for students to come when really they don't have to choose between such stark kinds of options. What I mean by that is this: you know, Emory and Henry is an institution that is a very old institution. We've been around for over 180 years. This is an institution that has still on the same site from where it was founded. It is the oldest private institution in Southwest Virginia. But you don't have to choose between a place that has great tradition and a place that is being innovative and is modern. Emory and Henry is both. We are a place that really has an understanding of our history and of all of the traditions and customs that have come down through the many decades of our existence. But we're also not an institution that's simply looking backward. We are also a very forward-looking institution. We're thinking about the future, and we're trying to find ways to continue to take the great high-quality education that has been associated with Emory and Henry and make it available for more and more students. At Emory and Henry, you don't have to make a choice between a liberal arts education and professional education. The reality is, because of our robust liberal arts core, we have the ability to give everyone a great wide-ranging academic experience while also getting students ready for the world of work. We recognize that those two things are not mutually exclusive, and we want to make certain that your experience at Emory and Henry is one where you don't have to make that choice. And finally, Emory and Henry is the kind of place where you don't have to make a choice between small and big. The reality is, as an institution that is very intimate and has a small number of students per classroom, we are a place where education can occur through high impact practices. And that smallness is something that we're very proud of, but we're big as well. We stretch all up and down a corridor in Southwest Virginia along Interstate 81. Our presence is very much felt throughout the region, but our students, they don't just have the local and intimate experience of being on campus, but they also have the whole world available to them. Emory and Henry has one of the most robust study abroad programs of any institution in our area. When you take our career services, our study abroad, the intimacy of being here on a very small campus where we build community together, you don't have to make choices as much when you make this choice for Emory and Henry. We're glad that you're here and hope that you get the information that you need as you consider very deliberately and very carefully where to spend your years of higher education. Again, welcome to Emory and Henry.
Thank you, Dr. Wells. And up next, we have one of our admissions counselors, Antoine Van Buren, who is going to go over all of the amazing things that we have to offer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Antoine Van Buren. I am an admissions counselor, and I'm still brand new. I've been an admissions counselor since September 14 of 2020. And again, welcome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today for a little while, because you guys could have been anywhere in the world and you're here with us. So again, we appreciate that. So, of course, we were founded in 1836 on this land with a beautiful fresh spring of water. We've grown and developed on the I-81 corridor of education. We have 325 acres of land, and we're still growing. And we have the School of Health Sciences in Marion, the Virginia Bartlett Crow Field Station for environmental research in Glade Spring. We also have our main campus, which is the best campus in the country, in my opinion, And then we have the Barter Theater, the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center in Abingdon, Virginia, and our Equestrian Center in Bristol, Virginia, which features the barn, which is an amazing place. Of course, we've won, again, we've got a very successful program. So please research our equine program as well. And speaking of the School of Health Sciences, it's a monstrous growing program for all those who are wanting to be nurses and grow up to go to be in the doctorate program. I encourage you to do your research and look into our health sciences program. So, and this program can lead to our graduate school in Marion. Again, it's about 10 minutes up the road, or I guess how they say in the South, up the road. And where I'm from, it's a city. So it's the street. But anyway, we offer the Doctor of Physical Therapy, a Master and Doctor of Occupational Therapy, a Master and Physician Assistant, and a Master of Clinical Mental Health Counseling, which is brand new. And we are so proud of that. And that is with a mission in rural healthcare. Our positions in health systems administration, including a pathway program to our physical therapy for an easy transition through your preparation at an undergrad level. And again, I was boasting about our equine program and our equestrian riding program that boasts 21 national championships. So we have almost as many championships as the UCLA men's basketball team and University of North Carolina in one program. So we offer we have national championships as hunters and dressage, equitation jumpers, and we offer degrees in the industry. You can get a job in Florida, which would be great. Their students board their horses while they are on campus too, at the barn, and we have lots of students nationwide who attend here just for this particular program. And this is another program that's big and it's growing still. We have some international riders as well. So our theater program has a partnership with the Barter Theater, which is really cool. In the Christmas time, they have the Grinch, which is one of my favorite stage plays as well. So this is the Barter Theater is a state theater program of Virginia. It's just about 10 minutes south of us in Abingdon, Virginia. We have professional actors, directors, customers and makeup artists, and set designers that work with our theater students beginning their freshman year. So as soon as you come in as a theater student, you're getting right to work. Many of our students rise to the level to perform on stage before their graduation. The theater today is most unique and exquisite in the region. We have theater students working on Broadway, which is amazing. Being in New York is just one of the coolest things to be in. And one of just get a full ride to graduation school to continue your craft. We also host many performers and entertainers here for you and the community as well as a special art exhibition and to broaden your views. The Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, that's the ID Center. So we have a diverse community of students, staff, and faculty. We do work to provide a campus environment where everyone is welcomed and supported, The Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion works to provide ongoing programming, resources, and dialogue to students who are traditionally underrepresented. With support from DEI, staff, and peer mentors, we empower our students to find and use their voice to advocate for social justice and equality for all. The Inclusion and Dialogue Center is a welcoming home for a dialogue about topics surrounding diversity, inclusion. We created as an outcome for student advocacy. The ID Center seeks to create, engage, and encourage, and also empower our community that strives to be inclusive on all levels. This is a safe place for all of our students, faculty, staff, to share our perspective and experiences. Through social and educational program, advocacy for social change by providing resources and support, the ID Center seeks to serve as a model for inclusive and excellence, and to be a safe space for all people to share their perspective and experiences. Empowering our voices for the students, regardless of race, gender, identity, expression, sexual orientation, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. Religion, and also other the salient identities that the center's is the center's priority. We are so excited about this. So I'm also a women's basketball coach. I assist our team, and so we are very excited about moving to D2 status. I'd like to give President John Wells a pat on the back, but we're doing this virtually. So thank you, John Wells, for working so hard to get this done for us, and we are very excited. So we're moving into the SAC, which is the South Atlantic Conference, and all NCAA sanctioned sports. So we have 22 sports, guys. That, of course, we are Title IX, so all of our women's basketball, baseball, softball, all that is inclusive. So with the approval from D3 to D2, we earned provisional status in the fall of 2021. So we are competing right away. So with plans to play a full conference schedule in 22-23, and pending the NCAA approval to move forward with athletic scholarships, and will start to be offered as soon as this summer. So all you outdoors folks, this is a great place for you to go. Our 72-acre nature preserve is located in Glade Spring, which is like right across the highway. In the Middle Fork, in Glade Spring, with Middle Fork river frontage, wetlands, pond, stream and weather stations for research and exploration. Yeah. So our outdoor program, again, I get so excited about talking about everything. Our outdoor program is the only college to offer a semester on the Appalachian Trail for credit. Again, for credit. So you get to hike and do what you love for educational experiences for credit. How cool is that? So 7 hikers recently embarked on this experience in the 2021 cohort. 3 who transferred from Ohio, Colorado, North Carolina, and 4 students from Emory and Henry are embarking on this. On campus, we offer a climbing wall, disc golf course, which I'm not very good at, and our new indoor crag wall. So 100% of our students are participating in some kind of community service. We are a service-based campus. We love to give, whether that be our time or leadership, we love to give. So the Appalachian Center for Civic Life, we offer the Civic Leader Scholarship, a Civic Innovation Major. We have the Peace and Social Justice Studies Major. We offer the Master of Community and Organizational Leadership, which I applied for, so I'm waiting to get in, and I'm super excited about that. We have the Service Plunge for each first-year students that participate in service with their Core 100 classes, and get to meet each other and also help in our community. We have student service, volunteering, internships, experimental-based learning, and we also have the kitchen closet for the food pantry. So I know you guys are just chomping at the bits to be in the classroom once you get out of school. I know you can't wait to be in the classroom to help teach students. I think our education program is probably one of the best programs in the state, or if not in the country. We have students all over the state of Virginia and all over the country who go off to teach. Students who wish to teach the pre-K through 6 and elementary middle grades choose from 3 interdisciplinary interdisciplinary majors that combine English language arts, social sciences, natural sciences, and mathematics. With the secondary school, students planning to teach, which I know is some of you, secondary school, which is grades 6 through 12, choose these majors: bio, chemistry, geography, earth science, English, history, math, or physics. Students planning to teach pre-K through 12 choose these majors: art and visual arts, French, Spanish, physical education, music and instrumental or music, vocal. I know we got a couple of singers in the chat, so appreciate you blending your voice to our school. So graduate school and a master's in teaching, and the professional studies of master's of education. Program provides students with routes to licensure while also earning a master's degree. And you can do that in 5 years. And if you're really ambitious, you can finish it in 3 years and get your master's in your 4th. So for all you very ambitious students out there, that'll be a goal for you to get out of school your 4th year. With the engineering science program, we'll give you a broad-based fundamental engineering preparation through exploration and application of engineering principles to a wide range of problems encountered in a variety of engineering and basic scientific fields. The engineering science program at Emory Henry College prepares our majors to be diverse, flexible thinkers. Our students will apply skills learned in multiple disciplines to solve interdisciplinary problems and make connections between different fields. So we have a couple of articulation agreements. So Emory Henry College has signed an articulation agreement with the University of Lynchburg that will give qualifying Emory Henry senior majoring in exercise science a guaranteed spot at the University of Lynchburg's athletic training graduate program. At the Appalachian School of Law, accredited dual degree arrangement for preferential admission to the Juris Doctorate program. Emory Henry Assurance Program offers benefits for students transferring from community colleges to Emory Henry, and it has concurrent admission agreements with several community colleges that provide a transfer pathway for students to earn a 4-year degree. Our nursing is launching a new Bachelor of Science into nursing, which is our BSN program. Our degree, it's School of Nursing with its first group that is interested in starting this fall. They will be working with prerequisite classes to determine admittance into the program with their sophomore year in 2022. So you can earn your CNA at the end of your sophomore year, which is awesome. So graduates will be prepared to sit in the NC, LEX, and RN licensure exam to become registered nurses. This is in addition to our online RN and to BSN track for registered nurses to earn their BSN. The School of Health Sciences is launching a new Master's of Science in Clinical Mental Health counseling program with the first class starting in the fall of 2021. The program is a 60-credit, 24-month program that consists of 6 consecutive semesters and is one of the most affordable programs in the region. The master's degree program prepares our clinical and mental health counselors for a rewarding profession and emphasizes the prevention of emotional and mental health concerns, early intervention when problems are identified, and client empowerment. Dr. Emmett Tracy has been named the new dean of the School of Business, which will be open in our new Carragher Hall, well, the old new Carragher Hall, which we are very excited about. It'll be state of the art for all of you business majors. Dr. Tracy brings an extensive senior level management of experience with pioneering strategic improvements and enhancing academic and social programs across higher education. So Rhythm and Roots in Bristol, Virginia and Tennessee is a great time. I've been twice since I've lived here, since 2019. And it's, well, I guess, I'm sorry, 2017. And it's a great experience. And going to hiking Mount Rogers, just local restaurants around in Abingdon and Bristol, Virginia are really great spots to go to. It also provides some social interaction with the community and obviously with your classmates. And you may run into some networking opportunities since you're at one of these places as well. All you have to do is wear an Emory and Henry t-shirt when you're out, and I promise you will get somebody who asks if you've been to Emory or if you go to Emory. So I just want to talk about some highlights about our college. So we have a study abroad program, which is a top 30 program in the country. And Italy, from what I hear, is the best trip to go on so far. And that's all, for all you art majors, but you can also talk to your advisor to see if you could take that trip. We are one of the colleges of distinction. We have also been in the U.S. News and World Report, and we are one of 40 of the CTCL colleges that change lives in the entire country. I want to thank you guys. I think this is it for me. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little while. So until next time, go Wasp. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Antoine. So next up, we have our academic and student success, and I will let each of these wonderful individuals introduce themselves.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Matt Frederick. I'm the Associate Provost and Dean of Academics, as well as the Director of Bands here at Emory and Henry College. One passion that I have about Emory and Henry College, what I feel really sets us apart from other institutions, is that here the liberal arts curriculum is not just a series of courses that all students have to take just to get through. Here at Emory and Henry, our liberal arts curriculum is deeply embedded in everything that we do, from the practice field to the science lab, from the performance hall to the experiential learning at our Bartlett Crow Field Station. Everything that we do is deeply rooted in our commitment to providing a practical and comprehensive educational experience. When our students graduate, we take great pride in the transformational experience that we have been privileged to be a part of. The Emory and Henry graduate is not just well-versed in one aspect of their chosen discipline, but rather able to apply multiple skills and deep knowledge from a wide range of disciplines. This is what enables our graduates to stand out in the workforce, to continue to learn and to grow in knowledge and become strong civic leaders throughout their communities. Next slide, please. We are dedicated to providing our students with real-world experience in their chosen fields. Through a dedicated team that works with our students for internship experiences, job shadowing, and other work experience opportunities, our students develop valuable skills and insights into their major. And you'll learn more about this in a little bit. But the experience does not stop there. Once that professional experience is over, the students get to be actively engaged in sharing what they have learned with others in a wide variety of ways. Every student will be given multiple opportunities throughout their college experience here at Emory and Henry College to explore various career opportunities within their field of study. We do not limit students to exploration of one area in our curriculum. We work hand in hand with the students to help to discover their passions and help to guide them to whatever area they want to expand their education in. Next slide, please. From student showcases to departmental programs and to career and internship events, our students are once again illustrating how they are not just earning a passive degree, but they are taking an active role in shaping their future and others at the same time. Next, please. Our students work hand in hand with our award-winning faculty to develop unique and meaningful hands-on projects across all disciplines. It is not uncommon at all for students to develop new interests and passions from a class that they were initially not expected to uncover something special in. That is the power of the connected liberal arts, and that is the hallmark of Emory and Henry College. Next slide. When our students are preparing to leave Emory and Henry and begin to look for employment, they bring so much more to the table than many other students. Yes, they are scholars of their major, but they have engaged in real-world internship opportunities that built their skills. They are also accomplished leaders, peer mentors, and have presented their academic accomplishments in a wide variety of ways. Our students leave Emory and Henry College with so much more than a college degree. They leave with experiences that are deep and rich, meaningful and impactful, and will empower them to continue to develop and thrive throughout their life. Thank you all for being here today.
Good afternoon, students, my name and families. My name is Frederick George, and I am the Director of New Student Experience here at ENH and a proud ENH alum of 2011. What I have the opportunity and privilege to talk to you about today are a couple of areas that will fall under the umbrella of student success. As you can see on the screen, that first area that we'll talk about is advising. Now, we have an advising team made up of 7 members, including myself. Our goal with advising, use a more holistic model, right? So obviously, when you think about advising, you think about making your schedule, right? But we really want to create a model that goes off of really empowering a student to take ownership of their college experience, while at the same time ensuring students that they have that support group behind them if they need help, right? So outside of putting students and helping them with classes, each student will have their advisor that will be with them throughout their first year and sometimes until a student's sophomore year, really until a student decides or declares their official major, they'll have that advisor. But outside of just helping a student to, organize their schedule going into, that summer, we also act as liaisons throughout the campus. So we want to know about what your ultimate career choice is going to be, what you like, what you dislike, what you learned about in high school. And so we use that as an opportunity to be able to help immerse you into the campus and the Emory and Henry culture, and to be able to connect you to the pieces that you need to help you be successful at Emory and Henry. So next slide. All right, another piece of the student success model is the hub. And so as the picture shows, you'll see it's really used as a safety net. The hub is a system that a large percentage of faculty and staff have access to. So every single student that attends Emory and Henry, whether that be our main campus or even in our graduate programs, is within this system that is called the hub. And so when we think about things like midterm grades or student attendance or a faculty member noticing that a student's mood has changed in class that may be leading towards other issues and things that we can lend resources to, this is a great way for us to be able to use the system that we call the hub. So a faculty member, a coach, just a staff member can send a message or a report, what we call a hub case, within this system, and members of the student success team will be able to receive that message. And so it's another way, another tool, because we know, that we have so many students on campus, we can't physically go to every single student's room every single day to check up and see how they're doing, right? So we have to use the resources that we have as an institution. And so this is just another way to help us try to not let any students fall through the crack, to be able to ensure and check up on students, to be able to make sure they're connected with different resources and things that help them retain at Emory and Henry College. Next slide. And another portion of that is the Power Resource Center, which is the office that I'm in right now. It's actually in the building behind me on my wallpaper there. But the Power Resource Center, as we refer to as the PRC, a couple of different services that are offered in here. Obviously, my office is in here, and that talks about more about advising, as well as student success and retention programs. But we also have our counseling, academic, and disability services in here as well. So Emily Myers, you can see her in the photo there. She works with academic support and academic counseling, and also disability services. So if students need different accommodations, if you have an IEP from high school, if you received accommodations in high school, we can be able to receive that information and be able to accommodate you here at Emory and Henry. Or if some students need additional time for tests, we also have students that come into our office to take those tests. And Emily, Ms. Myers will work with all of our faculty to make sure and ensure that students are supported in that manner. And then we also have, well, you can stay there, Tracy, but we also have licensed counseling. So Todd Stanley is the director of our counseling services, and we have been doing our best and really trying to ensure kind of normalize kind of help seeking, right? And not looking at that as a stigma and really having that on the forefront. And especially with the pandemic, we've seen cases with, mental health and just different students needing different outlets for people to speak with has risen. So we definitely offer those services as well. And this office, even like, first year advisors, we have our roles, but we also act as liaisons to campus. So even if some students come to the PRC, and it's not necessarily for one of these services that are being offered, but they may just be looking for maybe Mr. Savetti in career services, but they came to the wrong office, so we can direct them there. Or they may be looking for, admissions office or Sam in the McPherson Center. So we all work together to be able to help students be successful at ENH. Next slide. And then finally, what most parents and families are looking towards, they're caring about that graduation, right? The ROI, the return on investment, the time you spend at Emory and Henry, how we're going to help you get to graduation. And retention really plays in the graduation as well. And so I think essentially at Emory and Henry, we know that every single person on campus, whether that be, myself, whether that be someone in student recreation, whether that be someone in admission, on our grounds crew, or even, in the Van Dyke facility where we have our main cafeteria, everyone plays a role in a student's experience, and that ultimately helps them. Whether there's so much more, there's an equal amount of things that help a student graduate in addition to the classroom, right? And so some of those things kind of go unseen unless you're here with the students, but all of that works together with the main goal of helping our students graduate on time. So thank you all for your time. I will put my information in the chat. So if anyone has any direct questions of me, and I'll hang on to the end as well to be able to answer any questions that may come up. So thank you all.
Thanks, Fred. Great job. Welcome to the Junior Open House. I'm Lee Savetti, Director of the Van Vlissingen Center for Career and Professional Development. And I love this picture because it's our center that's been open all through COVID, fall and spring semester, where we've met with nearly 1,000 students since I came on board at Emory and Henry College. We are fortunate to receive a $5 million gift pledge from John and Maureen Van Vlissingen, which the center is named after. And John came to campus. He's not an alum. He fell in love with the college and all the things that is so special about this institution. And he looked around and thought, how can I make an impact on students' lives? And that was to have a career development center that could be built with great staff and wonderful facilities to help you become career and life ready. And that's why I'm here, to meet with all of my students to make sure that you succeed. In my background, I came to Emory and Henry College from Wake Forest University. Prior to that, I was at the University of Notre Dame for 18 years. And I came here because I mentioned I knew that I could help students transition from college to career, help them choose majors with their passion, with their heart. I call it heart and mind. But it's been just a wonderful experience for me. 9 months into my job here since last July, it's gone fast. And you can see who's been on the Zoom call today. My colleagues are outstanding. We have an incredible faculty and staff here at Emory and Henry College that rivals any place that I've been during my career. In addition to that, I was able, with the endowment, the gift, to be able to hire 4 other individuals Amanda Gardner handles our internship programs for credit. We're one of the few schools in the country that give college credit to internships for experiential education. It helps you really learn what the world of work is like and connect your college major and your curriculum to what's going on with jobs and internships, grad school and medical school and so forth. We also have student employment with Adria Hayden. You can get a work-study job or a non-work study job. If you'd like to work on campus, we're paying $10 an hour. We just upped that hourly wage during COVID. We're going to keep it at that level for next year so that you can come to campus and gain experience. My other two staff members, Christine Arias, she works with my DEI initiatives and student athletes, a wonderful addition to our center, and Paula McGraw, who's posted nearly 1,000 jobs and internships online since September of last year. And this is a shot that's outside of Van Dyke Hall. We are centrally located on campus. This entire building is a career center. When you start comparing other colleges, I want you to ask the question, I'd like to see your career center and meet your people. Because I'm going to tell you that Emory and Henry College is developing one of the strongest career development operations in the country. And I can compare that with my experience at Notre Dame and Wake Forest. This is a person-to-person relationship building experience. You will be known as your first name. You walk in the door and say, hey, I want to see Mr. Lee, and you're going to see Mr. Lee. And then just briefly, I'm running out of time, but we would like to have students to develop a plan, put it in action, and we will help you succeed. We'll help you cross that finish line. And we build your resume around 4 components, which is learn skills outside the classroom, gain work experience, which I talked about, develop leadership skills as an RA, campus leadership organizations, and serve and give back to your community. That formula for success is the real key. I call it the special sauce that we help you connect to be successful for the rest of your career. And whether you want to pursue humanities, health sciences, the arts, business, social sciences, or natural sciences, we're going to help you connect these college majors to jobs and internships. And it's return on investment. You're putting a lot of time in to choosing a college, and your next 4 years after that will determine your future and your future direction. And here you can major what you love, study with your passion and your heart, and we'll help you succeed. So it's been a real pleasure talking to you today. The next slide will show you some of the internships that we develop. We give college credit. It's a big time program. You're going to develop skills outside the classroom, gain work experience, and look at some of these organizations, whether it's CNN or the United States Department of the Senate, Department of Justice, NASA, sports marketing. It's very diverse. So whatever you want to do, what you like to pursue, we're going to help you succeed. And thank you very much for your time today. Look forward to hearing from you. And this is my team during the COVID environment. It's a hybrid strategy. I did forget about this slide, but we've been operating 100% with social distancing. And it's been, through this year. And I also want to tell all my juniors and students on the line today, I'm very proud of you, which you've had to go through. And you're here today on a Friday afternoon, giving your time to find out where you're going to go next in your career. So I want to congratulate you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam Lopez. I'm currently the Director of Housing and Residence Life here at Emory Henry College. On the slide here today, you see what we call as the McPherson Center staff. We house everything when it comes to student activities and involvement here on campus. And so within this department, we have 2 area coordinators who serve on an on-call capacity and oversee our residential facilities and our resident advisors. As well as you have our director of campus recreation, Dylan Johnson. He'll be implementing all kinds of things from club sports to intramurals to fitness classes in the fall and all kinds of exciting opportunities there. As well as we have our housing operations coordinator, and she handles everything when it comes to housing assignments, meal plans, and administrative tasks in our office. And soon we'll be adding in a director of student activities, which is really excited. They'll be overseeing our fraternity and sorority life community, Emory Activities Board, as well as student government. So here at Emory, we are a residential campus, meaning that we do require our students to live on campus all 4 years. So about 80 to 85% of our students do live on campus. We do have different opportunities to live in. We have 17 residential facilities that range from suite style to single bathrooms to hallway bathrooms to apartment styles. And so there's a wide range of things you can get involved in, where you can live, and what that looks like for you. What we do is when you deposit or decide you want to come to Emory, we'll receive the deposit, and then you will have instructions to fill out our housing application, and we'll begin processing that information for you all. If there's certain preferences of roommates and things like that, you can state all of that inside the application, and we will make sure we'll get you assigned with the individual that you're interested in living with. As well as housing is reaching out to students as they deposit, just to make sure that they understand the instructions and have a pinpoint place to communicate with us. So if you ever have any questions or ever need anything, just know that we'll be in pretty consistent communication with you all through our housing account. Here on campus, we do have 70 organizations ranging from fraternity sorority life to honor societies and things like that. You can get involved in different activities because here at Emory, we do believe that you should be getting involved outside of the classroom to be able to apply what you're learning to those experiences and getting your social experience that will make you happy and feel at home here at Emory. We do have things such as like the adventure team, intramurals, Greek life, community service, all the things that we have been mentioning to you before, but this is still expanding and building out. And if you get here and realize, hey, like I don't have a niche or something that I'm interested in, our office here in the McPherson Center will be the key place for you to grow a new organization or build out something here that would make you feel right at home. And you'll just need to recruit a couple students and then everything is good to go. And so we love that we're able to connect our students and work one-on-one, similar to what Lee said, to make their experience really unique here and build themselves as leaders later on in the world. And what we do know statistically within student affairs and higher education, though, is that students that are engaged outside the classroom tend to have higher GPAs, higher academic satisfaction and success. And here at a small institution, we're able to give you that individualized care and attention. And so we want to make sure we see you from beginning to end, getting the resources you need, getting involved, getting connected with faculty and staff, and being able to graduate here as a well-rounded global citizen that will make you better in the real world, right? And so why would you not want to take on an opportunity like that when we have phenomenal staff and faculty who want to make sure they provide you the assistance you need and provide you the experience that you want? And so all of you truly, when you come here, leave some type of legacy in some part of campus. We're not just a place that you're just a number here. Almost every student, people know each other by their first name, they recognize each other, and that's just the kind of nice thing about a tight-knit community here at Emory Henry. So that's all for me, but I will leave my information in the chat, and if you need anything, please reach out and I'll be happy to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you all again so much, especially just taking the time out of your afternoon to be able to speak to our potential students. Last but not least, we have one of our admissions counselors, Amanda Bishop, who will be going over our admission and financial aid information.
All right, thank you so much, Tracy, and thanks to everyone again for joining us this afternoon. Again, my name is Amanda Bishop, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Emory and Henry. So like Tracy said, I'll be spending a few minutes this afternoon to discuss our application process and financial aid. And in fact, it's actually never been easier to apply to Emory and Henry. For students who are applying for fall 2022, we have already made the decision to remain test optional. So this means we do not require students to submit ACT or SAT scores. The only things that we do require from our students are an application form and their high school transcripts. You can find our application form on our website and on the Common App, and either one is perfectly fine to submit. It is also a free application as well. As you can see on there, we do make our decisions on a rolling basis. So as soon as we have all of your application materials, most students will receive an admissions decision within about 3 to 5 days. As you can see there also, we do have some early action dates. Early action 1 is November 15th and early action 2 is January 15th. These are non-binding decision deadlines. So if you do apply by these dates, you're not necessarily committing to attend at Emory and Henry, but they do come with some great benefits. If you do decide to enroll and you apply by one of those dates, you'll receive priority class registration and priority housing. So after submitting your application, we always encourage students to file the FAFSA. Our FAFSA code is listed right there, so make sure you enter that whenever you go to file the FAFSA. It will open on October 1st of your senior year, so anytime after that date is a great time to submit the FAFSA. You're also able to audition or interview for scholarships once you have submitted your application. We like to encourage students to complete those auditions and interviews by March 1st. At that point, you will also receive your financial aid award letter. Please feel free and contact your admissions counselor with any questions or for some extra explanations there. After that point, if you have decided to attend Emory and Henry, first of all, congratulations. We would also ask that you make your enrollment deposit at that point. That is a $200 non-refundable enrollment deposit that will just lock in your spot and signify that you are committing to attend Emory and Henry. It will also make you eligible to fill out your housing forms, receive your Emory and Henry email address, and sign up for registration day so that you can register for classes. As you can see on there, we do have some payment plan options available for students. And at that point, you would just go ahead and start your education here at Emory and Henry. All right, so now for some financial aid specifics. We do have academic merit scholarships. These are available to all students who are admitted to Emory and Henry, and they range from $10,000 to $23,000 per year. They are renewable all 4 years that a student attends at Emory and Henry, and they will also stay the same amount all 4 years as well. I did mention those performance and affinity scholarships. Students do have to apply and either audition or interview for these, but they are a great opportunity to get more involved in your studies, meet other students who are interested in similar things, and earn some extra scholarship money as well. As you can see on there, there are several different grants that students can receive based on the FAFSA. The first is the state VTAG that I want to point out. This is the Virginia Tuition Assistance Grant, and it's currently $4,000 of free money. It's available to all students who live in Virginia and attend a private college in Virginia. The LIFT Scholarship Program is also available. This is for Pell eligible students based on their FAFSA. We also have a really great Army ROTC program. Students can earn a stipend for this and also earn some scholarship money. And then whenever you graduate from Emory and Henry, you would be commissioned either in the Army, Army Reserve, or Army National Guard. As Lee mentioned, there are lots of work study or student employment opportunities, and that can provide some great money that can be applied directly to your tuition and fees if you need to. There are also student loans that you're eligible for, and then your parents can also apply for Parent Plus loans through the federal government too. There's just a very brief listing of some outside awards. Of course, there are plenty of other outside scholarships, and I always encourage students to talk to your guidance counselor. They're often really great resources, and know of some outside scholarships in your individual community as well. Finally, Emory and Henry also has a generous credit acceptance. We accept a lot of different AP, IB, community college credits and transfer credits as well. Just make sure that you submit your dual enrollment transcripts or your AP and IB test scores. So again, here's a list of our performance and affinity scholarships. So please note that some of these are interview only, by invitation only. And so we do ask that you submit your application and either sit for those interviews or auditions by March 1st or April 1st. You can apply for up to 3 of these and then choose one to add to your financial aid award letter. I also always encourage students to indicate their interest in any of these programs on your application. So I did mention Army ROTC. Definitely, if you're interested in this, it's a great opportunity to earn some extra scholarship money, to earn an academic stipend as well. And again, you can become a commissioned officer upon graduation. If you're interested in this, please reach out to the admissions office and we would be more than happy to get you connected with some people who have more information. All right, so here are the costs and fees. First of all, 100% of our first year students receive financial aid. We definitely have a commitment to trying to make college as affordable as possible. I did mention those merit scholarships. They have increased for this year. And so $23,000 is the largest merit scholarship that we have ever awarded. So we're very excited for that. They range from $10,000 up to $23,000 a year based on your GPA. The first year aid for students who have demonstrated need based on their FAFSA is $29,408 per year. Finally, our tuition has held steady for the last 5 years and is the same for all students, whether they're in state or out of state. That is $34,500 per year. Our housing options range from $5,500 to $7,900 per year, and our average meal plan cost is $6,350. Our average student fees are $850. And finally, our average out-of-pocket cost of attendance is around $20,000 per year. Of course, some students will pay less than that. Some students might pay a little more than that. But I definitely encourage you to apply and submit the FAFSA, because college here at Emory and Henry will definitely end up being a lot more affordable than you might originally think. And as you can see there on the bottom, we do have a cost calculator. I definitely encourage you to visit that website and type in your information, and that will give you a good estimate of what you might be paying to attend. And finally, just to wrap things up, I'd like to point out that 92% of our graduates in the class of 2020 were employed or in grad school within 6 months of graduation. I think that's a pretty fabulous statistic considering the year that everyone had in 2020. So we're very proud of our recent graduates. We're very proud of all of our graduates and all of our alumni. Emory and Henry will definitely connect you with fantastic faculty members, help you make connections with fellow students, and give you great opportunities that will benefit you and your career and your community for a lifetime. So I'll turn it back over to Tracy.
Thank you so much, Amanda. So the last slide has our admissions team contact information at any point in time during any of this process. As you go through the summer, as you start looking to start applying to colleges starting in the fall, feel free to reach out to us with any questions you may have. I always tell everybody we are here for the questions. And if we don't know the answer to your question, we know the person that does know the answer to your question. But we will hang out. We have a very small group today, which is perfect. So you are welcome to unmute yourself and ask questions, or you can type it over in the chat. We will hang out for a few minutes to give you the opportunity to ask any questions of anybody that is here. So we do have an honors program that's available for students to apply and interview to during your senior year of high school. In the fall semester, we will start sending out invitations to students who have applied and have been accepted. There is a minimum GPA of a 3.6. And then also an additional application for students. So if you are offered to interview, they have interviews in the fall and in the spring, and then they will let you know typically about a week or two after the interview if you've been offered a spot within the program. All right, so before we wrap this up, I'll give an opportunity for any of our Emory and Henry people, our faculty and staff, if there's anything additional that you would like, any words of wisdom that you would like to leave with today.
I would just say, Tracy, one, just thank you for allowing our office to be a part of the junior visit day. But, you know, for the students, from a student success standpoint, I would just encourage you, I know it's going to be easier said than done, but I would just encourage you not to try as much not to stress over the process and just kind of take it all in. I know it's some restrictions now, but hopefully with the trajectory of things, more campuses will start to open up for visits. So if it's feasible for you, I would say to make sure if you can get on, especially for the schools that you're really interested in, get on those campuses. I would highly recommend that so you can get a feel for the vibe and really see if that's a place that you can see yourself. So it's a difference between looking at, everyone has pretty website pictures. So that's why you have, you know, people in marketing. But I would really highly encourage you to, if you get an opportunity to visit those campuses and if you can talk with some folks, that'd be great as well. Whether that be Emory and Henry or other colleges, to really make sure you know that you're making the best decision for you. So that would be my advice.
Anybody else before we wrap up?
I'll just say
I've always got something to say. But Lee can go. You can
go. You go
first.
first, that's fine. You go first. I'm with the admissions folks. Go ahead.
Hey, this is such a great institution. Of course, I've been chatting with a couple of you over the chat privately, and I tell you, this school is definitely a place for you. I can tell by some of the interaction I've had with you so far that you're very excited about even visiting tomorrow. We're excited to have you for sure. And we can't wait to see you in blue and gold in 22 and 23. So again, I'm looking forward to meeting a couple of you tomorrow. And just like Fred said, you know, just take your time with your decisions and do what's best for you and your education. And I want to kind of hit on Lee's 4 for 40. So this is where we share the 4 years of your academic career to the 40 years of your life. So I think this is a place that you will be able to connect with anyone and everyone. You know, we have students from 38 different states and 19 different countries. So you'll meet somewhere that can be able to help you in some capacity. So again, I want to thank you guys sincerely for coming and having a little bit of fun with us today. So thank you.
That's great, Antoine. I'll just say that our students are outstanding. They're team players. It's a team lift. They'll support you. They'll help you. You've got great advising and some of the best faculty in the country. It is a great time to come and see us and consider Emory and Henry College. I'm blessed to be here, and we look forward to working with you because you will get that individualized care and attention. Thank you very much.
Again, thank you all so much. If you have any questions as you move forward, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. We are here to help you through this entire process. And I hope that everyone has a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.